All right.
All right, let's get over to meteorologist Hannah Gard for the forecast. Hey, Hannah.
Hey guys, we're looking at a pattern change coming for the rest of this week. We've already been seeing this really disturbed Gulf for the past couple of days. We've had a lot of coastal showers and storms. We're still seeing that today, but we're finally going to start to see some of this moving inland as we get into the later parts of the week. So not really today. We will see some scattered showers, but the much higher rain coverage is going to start tomorrow. So we're giving you the first alert. We could have some of this be heavy at times. So watching for that isolated flooding threat, but it's also going to last for long periods throughout the day. We're not going to have a lot of dry times, so we'll be dodging those storms even through the start of the weekend. We're backing off a little bit on the rain chances into Labor Day, but I do think you'll want to have that weather app handy. You're going to be checking the radar, trying to dodge these storms. Most of this offshore right now, we are seeing some lightning strikes with some of these heavier storms that are along the coast, and we've seen a couple of scattered showers making their way farther inland. Right now we have some moving through the metro, so by the afternoon we'll see a little bit more widespread shower activity, maybe a storm or two when you start to see those pops of purple. But tomorrow it's going to be much more widespread rain. It starts off mainly along the coast again, but we start to see a lot of showers and storms moving inland. This is where we'll have to watch for that isolated flooding threat. If we have high rain rates with batches of storms like this that come through, and if we don't see fast motion on this, we could have some high rain totals in a short amount of time. Friday, same thing. In the morning, it'll be along the coast, and then we see it pushing inland pretty shortly after in the later morning hours, and it lasts through a lot of the day. So some areas offshore could see 10 or more inches of rain. So that's a huge flooding concern for these coastal areas down to the south. 3 to 6 inches where you see these orange colors. And then the North Shore more like 1 to 3 over the next 7 days. But we could pick up an inch or two at a time with these storms rolling through. So that's our main concern for the flooding. We'll also watch for lightning with these storms through the weekend. Temperature-wise, it's going to keep the temperatures down, so it's actually not going to feel quite as bad. Today, because that coverage is lower, I do think we can get to the low 90s, but once we see the cloud cover coming in from the coast, that's going to help out with those temperatures. Then we fall into the mid-80s Friday, Saturday, a little bit higher for Labor Day in the upper 80s, but we're keeping that rain chance. So with the cloud cover, it's not going to get quite as hot. Now, the reason that we don't really see a pattern change, this high pressure that was sitting to the north of us is going to dissipate over to the east, and that just opens up the gateway for low pressure over the northern Gulf. That keeps the stormy pattern around, and we don't really see a change into the start of next week. So we'll have to watch this closely too for potentially some closer to home tropical development. Now right now we don't see a tropical system with this. It's just something to keep an eye on when we have that unsettled weather over the Gulf this time of year. What we are watching are two different areas. We have this area in yellow toward the Lesser Antilles and the Central Atlantic. This wave is going to get into this area through the weekend and Labor Day. So this is a ways out. We also have this very small area up here in the Atlantic that we actually did see have some good surface circulation here. Very, very disproportionate on where the actual thunderstorm activity is. But that system going to head up north to sea. So not worried about that. What we're watching are these robust waves that are heading off the coast of Africa. This is the first one that we want to keep an eye on. And then we have this second wave right now moving off the coast. So things are going to start waking up here. We've had a lot of dust over the Atlantic and the main development region specifically, but that's going to start to dissipate through next week, which is not great. We like that dust because it puts a damper on tropical activity. As those waves head into this warmer area, that's where we'll start to watch for potential development. The next name is going to be Francine. Right now, though, no Gulf impacts, no Caribbean impacts through Labor Day. So we do look okay for the holiday in terms of tropical formation, but it's going to be pretty rainy, especially through the first half of the weekend. Keeps the temperatures not too bad, but even for Labor Day, you'll want to grab that weather app so that you can dodge the storms and keep that radar handy. Back to you.